Hey, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, everybody. Hey, everybody. No, they didn't. They didn't all the way get me upset. It just was annoying. Like, I just could tell that was an insufferable person. So they didn't necessarily get me mad. I just didn't want to play the game with somebody who was a loser. Sorry to everybody else, but we can all play the game again another time. But losers was trying to play with us. We don't play with losers. Welcome to the live, everybody. I hope everybody's been having a beautiful time, beautiful day. It's the end of the night. I'm a little tired. I'm a little sleepy. I'm a little tired. Make sure you guys double tap the live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, nothing about me gives loser. Nice try. I know them toes cute. They really are cute. My toes really do look cute. All the ugly boys gonna be in here trying to bully me, y'all. They're gonna be talking so much crap, but they're chopped. Be acting all weird in front of the camera. Grown ass woman. What? Be acting all weird in front of the camera. Grown ass woman. Nah, Miss Piggy, you chop. You fat it, oh. I'm good, you guys. I am good. So, look, I hope everybody has had a happy New Year's, you guys. Listen, it's 2026. Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Guess how much my band's gonna be up? Guess how much more? Hey, did you guys have fun playing the game, though? Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy New Year's. These new people, they will leave. I know, they will. You love me. I love you too. Hell yeah. Hopefully you had a good day. I had a beautiful day today. I hope you guys have a good day too. You love me. Thank you. Any returning subbies in the live? If you're a returning subby, can you put a heart in the chat? It's 2026, yet we have about an hour to go on the West Coast. Oh my gosh, West Coast still hasn't hit New Year's, huh? You love me? I love you too. I love you too. East Coast, we hit New Year's already, so I hope everybody's been having a happy New Year so far. I feel like this year could bring us surprises like every year brings us surprises. Hopefully the good ones, right? Hopefully the good ones. So I said I love you too. Happy New Year's. God bless you and yours. Thank you. Same to you. Was anybody playing the game earlier today with me and my family? Did you guys have fun? We could probably play games more often, like going forward, but you know, I just wanted, I know some people were asking to play the game, so like, I'm very beautiful, thank you. You guys, this whole bottle is full to the top of tequila and iced tea. I already like hit it a few times before I filled it back up to the top. So you love me? I love you too, baby. I love you too, baby. So yeah. I was here. I didn't play. You didn't play? Tune, you did play. Like and subscribe. Yes, you guys, let's try to get to 100 likes again. How I'm doing? I'm doing pretty good. How have you guys been? I've been drinking all day. Not really, but I have been at the later part of the night. After like around 10:30, I think 10:30 is when I did start, because I had me a glass of wine by 10:30. Yes, yes. Tequila ain't nothing. I'm on the shine. Ooh, you on moonshine? Say it ain't so. You on actual moonshine? What's up, my shrimp troops? How is my guy? Which guy? Is Chris in here, you guys? Is Chris in here? Because he said something earlier and I wanted to hear what the rest of what he said. I love you too. Shout out to Darlene's. Oh, Jada. Shout out to you. Welcome to the live. Chris, what was you about to say about James earlier in the live? You said James disappointed you or something? Look, love to you guys. Love you. Yeah, drink come in a vinegar bottle. I don't know what you mean. Help me figure that out. I don't know what you mean. Shout out to the members in the chat, by the way. Y'all see those green? You see the green in the chat? Those are members to the channel. Shout them out. Have some respect for the members in the channel. But you know I love you past your guy. How many members we have in the chat tuning in? We're hitting the 8-minute mark. Shrimp Boy summer coming up. Hopefully I miss it. Happy New Year's. You look good, woman. Thank you. Hi. It means someone made it in their backyard. I don't get it. Like in the back door. Love you too, baby. Much love to you, girl. Thank you. Same to you. Yes, James should have tried to protect you, but he encouraged certain things. Oh, that's what you mean by that, Chris. Okay, I understand now. He did encourage a lot of stuff, didn't he? But even the stuff that he was really trying, like some of the last few things that he was really trying to encourage, it never quite got there. Somebody say, "Lie my ass off, James. I love you." James said a few things to me before I got on live today. Let me see if I could go back and look at it. No, it's real moonshine. It's not regulated. Real moonshine? You must be fucked. How on a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked up are you? 1 being the least, 10 being the most. Your cousin made it? Some authentic moonshine? Please. Crazy. I have asked you for your WhatsApp number 3 days. I don't give out my WhatsApp number though. That's probably why it's been so long. I don't give out my WhatsApp number. I'm going jewel cooked. Regulation not needed. Nice. Damn, I'm wrong there. Yeah. Hold on. Your cousin made it. I haven't asked you. Okay, I think I caught up. Hi, beautiful girl. I thought you were going to log in after what happened yesterday. I'm back to the live, you guys. Where I'm from? America. I'm from America. I'm from America. I'm from America. Hey, welcome back, Susan. We just chilling, we vibing, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. I hope you guys are feeling good too. My day was good today. How was you guys? You're in Cali. You want to meet. You hella bad. You're so fine. Welcome to the live, you guys. You're hungry. You need you some cheesecake. True. I feel like I ate a lot today, even though I probably didn't. I feel like I did though, low-key. Earlier today we had game night food. So we had 3 different kinds of pizza. We had different dips. I made a dessert. I brought a dessert to the party. My mom brought a dessert to the party. And there was a lot of different food there. There was like salads and all kinds of stuff. But I ate to where I felt satisfied, you know what I'm saying? So I have like the munchies just a little bit, but it's like the drunk munchies a little bit. Cali in the building? Cali, it's not New Year's yet. Yeah, we did eat pretty good, huh? I'm pretty happy with what we got. So, hi, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Make sure you guys double tap on your way in. You like the black on me? Thanks. You hope I'm not pregnant? I was just talking about eating food. My stomach's not even that big. And if I was pregnant, then what? Who cares? Who cares? Realistically. Like, what he was about to do about it? He was about to fall to his knees in Walmart? Somebody said, who cares? Love from UK. Welcome to the live. Sorry for that whole Jewel. Some people can't control themselves. Dookie, you was calling it out the whole time. That's the funny thing about it. But yeah, I didn't want to play with somebody who was lame. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say I'm the baby daddy. Yeah, I actually have modeled before a lot in life. But I don't know. I guess I just don't think about it that much. Do you have your passport? Did you take your shots? The heat is crazy. I wonder who's hating on you so bad. A loser. Of course, it's always a loser, right? I can't remember, but it was a few dudes and a lot of females. Yeah. That's how it goes. We was playing we was playing Drawful and Fibbage off of Jackbox TV. It was fun. It was a pretty fun game, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I would appreciate it, you guys. Hey, hey, what's happening, Miss Jury? Welcome. Hope all is well. Thank you. Same to you. He told us so. I'm trying to see the booty cheeks. Where James at? I don't think James is here. Yeah, mods are cool though. They keep the hate away. How are you guys doing? You guys double tap the screen, you guys. You good? My baby just chilling. That's what's up. Happy New Year, you guys. Welcome to the live, Miriam. I've been drinking tequila. I'm doing good, James. Where have you been? People have been asking, where have you been, James? Somebody say, I'm missing James. Why do y'all think that? Do y'all think my whole life involves James, by the way? Jury, have you just started something, girl? You just started a fire and people want that heat. I wouldn't give a fuck if people wanted the heat. You guys, I'm off of tequila at the moment. My hair is getting bigger and bigger and I was trying to keep it together. James, where have you been? Were you up here earlier? This whole bottle, I filled it up with this much tequila. This bottle got this much tequila and then the rest is sweet tea. And then before I filled it all the way up, it had tequila in it already with sweet tea. James, I'm telling you. What did James do? Look how it's all the way to the top. I filled it all the way to the top. You drink Henny? Your mom has this picture? That's cool. Tequila and tea. I don't know why, I just did it. It's sweet tea. I just did it. You know, somebody was on some real faggot shit. Why'd you say the F word? Had you mad for me? Yeah, like, for those who wanted to really play that game, I wanted to play it too with you guys, but it was like a loser that kept on trying to ruin it. But nobody wants to play with a loser. Thank you. Happy New Year's, Blue Green. Girl, I'm ready. You need to call 911 because it's illegal to look that good. Y'all are sweet. Thank you. Where's James at, you guys? Goddamn, you fine as hell. Thanks, you guys. She got them nice heads. Can you announce me, please? I will subscribe. Welcome to the live. James, my man. This is what I said. I called James and another girl chat asking for 360s. What chat was it? Snitch on him, Dookie Poo. Which chat was it? Damn, James, wake up. You were saying how much you need James just... right. James, are you mad at me at the moment? Welcome to the live, YouTube. Bro, stop calling me that. Tune. Change your name to Tune then. What the freak? It's probably somebody act like they're cool. Okay, so you're not mad at me, James? Are you sure? Okay, cool. Thank you. Because I thought you was mad at me. James, are you the coaster of the show? Play your role, baby. Come on, man. How are... Yeah, most likely it's somebody that's probably acting like they cool, jealous, and trolling you for whatever weird reason. I agree. Sorry, Jules. I haven't made a movie. I'm just too busy and sometimes forgetting. It's okay. The cats will be cats. Thank you for joining. I missed you up on the live. James is back. Yep. Where she's the oral master. I'll forever remember your theatrical performance the other night. Thank you. Where did I get my lashes from? I don't know. I actually forgot. I was wearing lashes. I don't know. Somebody said, James, you're in trouble. What did he do? What did he do? Hi, you guys. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it if you guys can double tap the live stream, subscribe to the channel. What up? So I know Miriam told you and you got a question for you. Would you be down to come to our baby shower? I know it's a month away, but I would be dope. Miriam really likes you. This is my first time hearing about this. If Miriam asked me that, I did not see her. Now, you way too cute. You don't need nothing. I just arrived. Who's this beauty? Welcome to the live, you guys. James, talk your ish, man. I gotta... You have a baby shower in a month? Wait. Whose baby shower? Alejandro, you and Miriam are having a baby? Are y'all having a girl or a boy? That's what I like to know. Yep, like it's up. Hello, Queen. Welcome back, Blue Green. Happy New Year, everybody. It's about to be Happy New Year on the West Coast. Fire, 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 fire. Double tap the live stream, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I know it's months away, but would you be down to come? Not saying in a month. Oh, I thought you said it was next month. I was about to say, next month is very, very last second, low-key. What month are you going to have it? Maybe one day come over to your country. What country are you in, Jim? Princess Diana? That's me. I'm the people's princess. I heard that before, actually. Heard that before a lot. I heard it so much about myself. I feel like girls who don't have an identity wanted to have it for themselves, so they tried to say that they was the same. That's some loser girl shit. What's the princess to the queen? Exactly. I didn't already graduated. Welcome to allow you guys. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. Do I smoke? Smoke what? Hookah? Shisha? Yeah. Sorry, let me stop being weird. Sometimes I don't necessarily see myself as quote unquote weird until like you're around judgmental ass people. Like, have y'all ever experienced that? Like being around judgmental ass people? It's always stiff. Like, they make it seem like everything you do is like awkward, like uncool. And then the reality is that they're not free to do anything. Miriam, we would like to know how far you are since you keep secrets. I'm all the way on the East Coast. Like, I know that you guys are in Arizona. That's literally all the way across the country. How often do I get pedicures? Often. Don't ask me that type of question unless you're going to submit money to me. You like my hair? Thank you. Like and subscribe to show your love. Thank you. Ooh. Thank you, guys. They wish that they were me. Filipino. Filipio, thank you so much for saying that. That was, you don't believe. You wouldn't believe how on point you saying that actually is. You wouldn't believe. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. You're so right, though. Thank you. Lies, don't keep secrets. I just found out this month. I believe I'm a month or two. If you're down, girl, we will pay for your ticket. Yeah, I remember you guys telling me that you guys would pay for my ticket. So just let me know when you guys have, like, when it's closer to y'all baby shower. Because I don't feel like you guys have a date even. It's 11:27 in LA. Wow. You guys got like 30 odd minutes or so until the new year. You guys, I miss talking to James up here, but I don't know where he's at. Beautiful. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, you guys. Yep, I'm about to go get me a cup and stroll me up a blunt. James, how was your day today? It's a West Coast chat now. Uh-oh. We're going to have a round 2 of Happy New Year's. You know what they say, when you level up, they get the evil eyes. All you can do is smile and wave. I think the craziest part, Filippo, hold on. I think the funniest part, Filippo, is the part where you see somebody continuously think. First of all, it's like no matter how many times they get proven that it will never go the way that they want it to go, I think it's interesting that they continuously keep trying and trying and trying. And it's like, some of these people, realistically, it's like they have a spirit of like suicide on them, because like, imagine continuously trying to fuck with something. Like, I always think about that verse, like, touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. Just because somebody else don't want to respect who you actually are doesn't mean that that doesn't exist. So it's like, it's so interesting to not have to do nothing and for the universe to make those people get exited out of the matrix, the game, the system. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just be sitting back chilling for real, because it's like, it's nothing, that is not in my control, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody else feeling salty over some shit that is my business, that's not in my control. So I really don't need to actually do anything. So I have seen so many people literally have the worst things happen to them. And it's like they're liars, right? These types of people that attack me or have evil eye, they're liars. So nobody's going to want to try to quote unquote tell the truth about how much hell they keep on collecting in their life for trying to continuously try to fuck with me. So like that's not my business, you know what I'm saying? Like could you imagine? That's just not how it goes. So sucks for them. No, not yet, but I am 2 months. I'm due in July, so normally we have had it 2 months before with our previous kids. So May girl. Okay, cool. Some people see people and hold people to some type of weird standard that they have in their imaginary world. That's true too. That's true. Somebody said white people be hating. People just be hating in general too. Just to add, like, if like people, it's just like to me, I feel like a lot of slow people be on that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody with at least a little decent common sense would know, like, even if I don't like the shit that's happening over there, I'm not gonna keep on trying to fuck with this person thinking that I'm gonna get the advantage when the advantage is not for them at all. Like, could you imagine? Like, nothing about what they do makes logical sense. The only thing I live for is to make my son proud. That is so nice, James. I think that's not a bad thing at all. I don't have any kids, so the only thing I live for is God's love. God's the only person that actually loves me. But yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of these people, to be honest, like, they literally have the spirit of wanting to themselves. They literally have it, though. Like, all their actions that they make are never productive for them. Like, the proof is in their actions. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it like, could you imagine living a life? Woo! Sometimes I wish my spiritual team would just let me say stuff without pausing. Okay, I can say it. Could you imagine living a life where you're constantly frustrated at other people, so you're trying to constantly compete with other people, and then you constantly are losing against those people too? That right there, like, have y'all ever been a failure at like a lot of things? Like, have y'all ever had like just a bad day? Like, not super strong things, but just like, have you ever had a bad day? Some of these people's bad days is like bad lives, like. And I don't mean to laugh at it. It's just like these people's lineage, they're living a curse type vibe. You know what I'm saying? Do I have a Discord? Yes. Like, some people have bad days, ups and downs, but not everybody's living a quote unquote curse. Some people have opted into that shit, and other people, they literally are, their parents are the reason why they're in the position to where they're doing the shit that they're doing. It's like, I don't know, that it's really truly kind of sad when you think about it, because if I feel like if few people are chosen in this world, and other people take it upon themselves to be enemies for those people, then to some extent they were quote unquote chosen to, you know what I'm saying, to lose. Like, could you imagine continuously fighting the good fight in a losing side? It just, to me, that shit is nonsensical. But they don't have common sense, so they can't even foresee the results to the shit. They're living life in a very shortened type of like awareness. So to them, they probably think every day like small shit is going to get them to some type of, you know what I'm saying? They literally are, they just don't know, you know what I'm saying? And even if they did know, they have too much pride to actually like do something about it that's going to help them. So they lack self-awareness. Yeah. So it's just like, it's just nothing nobody can do. Like, those people are literally going to take themselves out of this world. Like, and man, I just feel like I be knowing stuff that I just don't be saying. But it's not my problem, you know what I'm saying? I just am blessed not to be on that type of life, you know what I'm saying? Hey Diva, I just joined and I'm wondering what type of topic. We're just talking. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I have so much hiccups. I'm talking with the chat. So we're just talking about all kinds of stuff at the moment. But Filipio was very on point. Was very on point when it came to some things that I was just thinking about. So I thought that was interesting to notice. What do I think about mushrooms? I think mushrooms are interesting. Do you mean the psychedelic kind, the food kind, the superfood kind? Which kinds are you talking about? Sorry for the delay. Text. I got shot in my head, so I don't text that fast anymore. For real? Look, it's cool then. It's cool. I never knew that you got shot in your head. Today, I'm good condition. Can you see how straight I can type? Not bad. The magic ones? Okay. I did magical shrooms one time, and I really wish I kind of entered into it differently. um it was an interesting experience. What do I think about green vegetables? I love green vegetables. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, you guys. Talk about the experience. I talked about it before up here. But I had, at the time, this was like back in like maybe 2000, it was either 2015, 16, or 17 that I did them. And I had did them with this guy. Since we're all going to the same place, don't make sense to hate. Everybody's not going to the same place though. I think that's a misconception. That's a misconception. But anyways, like I said, like everybody just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, for instance, like I feel like there's certain people who've been trying to make me an enemy to them for like some years now, and it's like I barely even acknowledge their existence because it's like, to me it's so foolish. Like, could you imagine that I already know it's my birthright to win, and that means if it's my birthright to win, it's their birthright to lose. Could you imagine me really wasting my time and energy on those people? Like, that shit is just, it's nonsensical. Like, the reason why a lot of this, like, I don't know. I just thank God. Like, life is so beautiful. That's what I be thinking. We're all going to leave this life one day. That is true. Did it take you a long time to get to 1,000 subscribers? No, actually it didn't. When I first was posting videos, I was posting pre-recorded videos, and I think I reached 1,000 subscribers within a few weeks, maybe. It's childish, like, grow up. Yeah, some people aren't grown up though. Like, for instance, I start to question myself if God really cares sometimes. I cut off all the lights in the room and stare. I mean, James, I feel like I've been there, done that. Like, not, let me not say it like that because that sounds like I'm being pretentious. Like, I feel like I've been there before in life. Like, I used to really ask God all the time that he cared because I used to always find myself in certain situations. But you know what? It's like, I feel like a lot of times it's like you gotta recognize, like, you gotta recognize who your actual ops are. That's really what it is. Like, the more that you're able to put up boundaries against your actual ops, it's easier for you, to be honest. Like, so yeah, it's like learning more about yourself, learning more about God. When you learn more about God and how he maneuvers, sometimes you learn more about yourself, and then it helps. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the strongest thing to pray is for people who have ill intentions for you to be exposed to you. Like, that right there is always like a powerful thing to get the answer to. Like, who has ill intentions for me? Or in what area of life am I surrendering my power over to somebody who has ill intentions for me? Like, when you pray stuff like that, I feel like it would help you be able to make better, healthier decisions, you know? Because sometimes we really don't know, you know? We don't know. Like, we don't think about why certain people, like, what people actually want from us. Even if we feel like we have the upper hand and stuff, sometimes we just don't know. And then another thing is, it's like, I don't know, I like to pray, I like to break off any type of manipulation that people try to have over me or my energy. Because a lot of times, the reason why, for instance, it's just like sometimes really like you just gotta ask God to break off other people's manipulation over us, like the spoken stuff, the actions, the guilt trips, the gaslighting, all kinds of stuff. Like, so. But sometimes when you get exposed to, like, sometimes when these people are exposed to us, you gotta pray for the strength to be able to sever those ties too, you know? Because sometimes you can be exposed to it, you can know it through and through, but you can't find a way to completely break through because you're not strong. Like, you gotta ask for the strength to be able to do those things too. And a lot of times those things help you because we be blaming people for the reason why we feel like God's not real and stuff. And really, it's like God's real. He's a good God, but people are fucked up. Like, people are really terrible people, dog. Is there any tips for if somebody's being rude to you? Like tips such as what do I normally tell them or yourself? If people are being rude to me, I think that it's more of a reflection of them more than it is of me. So I try not to take that much offense. Like, everybody is kind of different in where they're at in life. So like, where I'm authentically supposed to be, I'm going to be more than likely celebrated and accepted. Like, so if people can't celebrate me and accept me, either or, then I know that they're not my actual people and crowd. So it's like, you can't give people that much power over you type of thing. But yeah, it's real childish though, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much energy should you give to a person who obviously is childish, who you're obviously more superior than, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that you should continuously give power into that, because it's really powerless. And then childish people like to just feel like they have your attention. You know, childish people sometimes get, like, sometimes they just get happy at feeling like they were able to get that reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when it gets really, that's when you realize that these people are really bottom barrel people. Because could you imagine somebody feeling like, think of somebody that you have in your head as on a pedestal. Think of somebody that you have in your head as a pedestal, and let's say your life is shit. Your life is actually shit, right? Black Man Diddy, welcome to the live. Think of your life being as actually shit. And then you see somebody who's all the way up here, like on a pedestal. Imagine you doing some shit to them, and then them being agitated in the littlest, pissed in the littlest, feel some type of way. That can give that person like satisfaction that they're somewhat quote unquote important, because these people don't have purpose in their life. So that's what they're feeding off of. Like, without you even acknowledging them emotionally, that's what's giving them purpose. These people don't have purpose in their life. They're literally 1 second away from themselves. So you really got to look at it like that. Like, these people are like, oh, I was able to make, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody put a fake name in the chat. I prayed so much, I thought that God couldn't hear. Me too. So guess what? I used to pray so much, and I felt like God couldn't hear me. And then I used to always pray that God would give me confirmations that he heard me. I'm like, God, can you please just like show me that you really like are real, that you care about me, that you're listening. And then like sometimes, a lot of times he would give me that type of confirmation, but sometimes I felt like sometimes God is actually quiet though for a reason. Like, it's kind of interesting because sometimes God wants us to grow trust with him. And even if we feel like we don't trust him that much, part of him being kind of silent is like, okay, for instance, there's a verse in the Bible that says the person who believes without, it's something along the lines of, a person who believes in God with no evidence actually has the most faith than a person who actually has the evidence that God is real. And it's really true. Like, whenever you read in the Bible, Jesus, he used to do miracles for people who just believed that they would happen. So like, God is the same way. Like, there was moments in my life where I legitimately felt like God was probably Satan. Like, I did not believe that he was good, is what I'm trying to say. But my little tiny mustard seed of feeling like, no, like, God, like, you have to be good. Like, you have to be good to me. That little bit, even in all the hell that I ever been through, I feel like that little bit God always looked at and honored. When you look up at how big faith is for God in the Bible, he really like moves mountains for people who have just faith. They're not even good people. Just believing in, just saying that you believe in God. Like, you got to think about it too. Like, think about how much evil people can get shit done off of a delusion. That's a strong belief in a lie. If evil people can do shit off of a strong delusion of a lie, you got to use that energy for good, for the good stuff that you want to happen for yourself. So that was Jesus talking about people who believe in him that haven't seen him. Yes, thank you so much for saying that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He said, greater is the faith of that one. I don't know. I just know it was in the Gospels. But basically he said, greater is the person who has faith that has not seen anything to say that God is able to do X, Y, Z than it is of those who are right there riding beside him. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes when church people be getting so shady and mad over other people who aren't cookie cutter Christians, they be getting upset when God be moving in those people's lives, because it's same as so. It's like, it's kind of like the prodigal son. The son that was right there near the father, he took advantage, like he really like kind of like took advantage over the fact of his connection so close with his actual father. But the prodigal that ran away and all that stuff, like, I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say. James, where you at? It's on you. Start the party. So yeah. But honestly, like, there's a story in the Bible about a judge. The judge represents God. There's a story in the Bible about a judge. And this judge, okay, in the story about the judge, there was a woman that kept on pleading to the judge that they wanted a certain result. They wanted something. They kept on pleading. They would not let it go. Do you know that the Bible showed us that the fact that that woman was so relentless in what she wanted when it came to the justice that she wanted to have, God put that story in the Bible to show us how if we don't take no for an answer, and if all this stuff is according to the good of God or what God really truly wants for us, if we're relentless in that, God literally gives into us. Like, he likes to see faith. Like, I don't know how to put it into words. Like, the guy who wrestled an angel in the Bible, like, he wrestled an angel. He did not let that angel go until the angel did something for him. Like, you've got to look at these stories as ways to apply it in our lives when it comes to our prayer life with God, when it comes to whatever it is that we truly desire with God. Like, I take inspiration from all things, like even these wicked people. How many people know a girl who can't rap for shit, and somebody put her with a record deal and she got music videos and all this shit? That right there is just like delusion. That shit is ass, right? Like, we can apply that same thing for us in our lives for good, for whatever it is that's going to benefit us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but whenever we find the promises that God already gives us, we can do that. Julrae, this short song reminded of you. Super rare bikinis and swim shorts. Hear it on the other phones. Interesting. You marriage, I need you so much. Woman, I here to talk to men only. Welcome to the live, you guys. But I don't know, James. I just am going to pray that whatever it is that you really need in life, like whatever it is that you really need God to do for you, to help you believe, to help you feel like God hears you and sees you, I just pray that that happens for you. And I also am praying that if anybody has anything that's blocking you from your God-given rights of joy, peace, happiness, I just pray that God will be removing those people in one way or another. Like, I pray that God will prioritize your peace for yourself, and that you will have the strength to be able to choose those decisions, you know? Amen? Amen. Buenas, Reina. Hablas español. Hablas español, por favor. No. Hablas inglés, por favor. But gracias. I think he says good, beautiful, because Reina means queen. Good queen. Speak Spanish. Un poquito habla español. Por favor, inglés. Por favor, habla inglés. Somebody said do a backflip. So yeah, I don't know. I've been through so many seasons where I really didn't think God was hearing me at all. And I just would constantly pray that God would send me signs that he'll hear me. Like sometimes if you really feel like God doesn't care about you or he's not hearing you, you could always pray that God will show you a specific sign. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do that too. Like I have some specific signs. For instance, there was a season in life where I would always ask God to show me a red cardinal bird for the sign that he hears me, he gets me, or whatever it is that I was desiring, like that God heard it and it was mine or something. And then I'll see, literally sometimes the same instant, I'll see a red cardinal, like a bird shoot by, and I'm like, oh wow, like you can do stuff like that. Like you can ask God for crazy stuff, like God send me a polka dot goose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like God really has a way to show you, like, God is above the system of this world too. So like all of the evils of this world, all of the things of how this world works, even, it's like God is above that. So like I always pray that God would wow me. You know, I used to always pray that God would just wow me. You know what I'm saying? Like wow me with who he is, like showing me who he is type of thing. I used to pray all kinds of stuff like that. Which Marvel superhero would I be if I could choose and why? Let me figure out, hold on, let me make sure I know who's, hey Siri. Let me see, I'm gonna look it up, give me a second. I feel like I know isn't Spider-Man Marvel, for instance? If I'm breathing kind of heavy, I think my nose is Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, Human Torch. Okay. I'll tell you in a second. Who would I choose? Let me tell you, girl. There's a lot of Marvel characters, by the way. I wonder what are their super popular ones. Have y'all ever met those people who are super offended by everything? Those people are not ever fun to be around, by the way. I'll probably choose Venom because even though I don't think Venom was like a super, super crazy villain, I just always liked his outfit. I used to think Villain's outfit was like cool. Like it was a cool Spider-Man. I don't know. I like the Hulk too. I like Wolverine. Every time Wolverine is in like in a TV show, I always have like a heart for Wolverine's character. Like he's always like seemingly like a very troubled guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he seems like he's a troubled guy that means well, but he has his shortcomings and he gets frustrated at himself, and then he's low-key a little bit depressed and cynical. He's definitely cynical. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Wolverine is like such a, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't help but to love that guy because he's a little bit cynical and hard on himself. But he actually truly is like a hero. He's more of a hero, but he sees himself as like a failure or a villain at times. It's like, I just, you know what I'm saying? I just low-key would love him. I wish I could hug every nigga who done lost trial. I feel you. I feel you, James. I feel you. Like sometimes some things aren't fair necessarily, but I don't know, James. Like, to be honest, I was thinking about how but Professor X, for a second, Professor X seemed like I related to Professor X in a way. Whenever I think I'm like super, you know what I'm saying, bald and intellectual. Or like his sister. Do y'all remember the movie with Professor X's sister and she would like touch people's heads and be in their mind like this? Oh my god. Anyways. James, sometimes life really isn't, like my dad used to always say to me, like, life isn't fair. So like I already knew that sometimes things just really isn't fair, but I feel like you can still pray for justice. Like a lot of stuff, like, okay, I like to read about different people in the Bible, and all the people who I really liked in the Bible, I promise you, they all experienced injustice. I feel like everybody experiences some form of injustice, but like they experience all kinds of extremely wrong injustice. So like it gives me somewhat hope, because every single time I would see different people experience strong injustice, it's like because they were with God, it's like God will always like vindicate them. Like I always look at that as something to look to have in my life in different areas where I feel like I was where I experienced injustice. A lot of us experience that. Yeah, we do. Like a lot of us experience that. Especially people who are genuinely drawn to me, like you genuinely like F with me. Like I know for a fact like we do experience injustice, but like like for instance, the Bible never told us like the life will be super easy, especially if we have the codes, especially if we have the cheat codes, especially if we have the connection with God. People who have the connection with God, they go through hell too. Like the only difference is that you going through hell with God means that you're going to win. Like you're the victor. So I've been said this, but like God loves a superhero story. Just to add, because JCiana said Marvel character, like God loves a good superhero story. Like he loves it. He eats it up. He just loves seeing bad people lose. And it's like you got to change your perspective on stuff. Sometimes some stuff it really just seems very unfair. Sometimes we don't have all the answers, but like the only thing that we can do is make sure we on the winning team. I was praying right before the situation. God is good. God is so good, you know what I'm saying? Like I do love God. I feel like there's been a lot of times in life where I felt like I 100% didn't have any answers. I didn't have nothing good around me. You know what I'm saying? So because I didn't really have nothing good around me or nothing that I could trust, the only thing that I did to cultivate my own sense of a safe haven was to, even if I felt like my prayers weren't getting nowhere, I still would just pray. Like I just would still pray. It's something about you being relentless in your pursuit of God. Like God is somebody who is kind of mysterious, but he's kind of easy to, I don't know how to put it into words. God is mysterious because he wants us to use our free will. So he doesn't want us to choose him just haphazardly, or he wants us to really have a fair shot of a choice. So like the more we pursue God, it's like the more he like reveals ourselves to him. But he's not going, like he's kind of like he's a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not going to impose onto us. So some of that, I feel like some things are a test. So bro, y'all need to the F up here. Y'all over here flirting. Like this is flirt shit. I'm really just trying to JCiana, there's nothing we could do. They're probably gonna flirt. You understand? Yeah. Like hi from Tampico, Mexico. You're very nice. Thank you. Hi, welcome to the live. But yeah, I don't know. I used to think that this place was such a dark place for so long. I feel like the year that I started to see or feel things differently was probably like 2021. Life is just a big test. If you're prepared and willing to do the hard work, you'll be all right. I agree. And then sometimes we're going through things because like God doesn't give us more than what we can handle, right? And so it's like sometimes we're going through things because it's building us up a muscle. Sometimes we're going through things because it's unlocking something within ourselves. Especially for people who are like, it's like, for instance, like some people think that I'm wiser than my age. I just been through a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just been through a lot of BS. So I think it's just sometimes like I don't know. Something about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some things, to get the oil out of something, things need to be crushed. I think I heard that from, like, TD Jake somewhere. Not to, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I mean, that part is actually true, is what I really want to just say. That part is true. You know what I'm saying? Despite where it's coming from, it's true. Like, there's a crushing that has to happen. Like, I feel like the people who experience so much pain are the greatest healers. I think the people who have experienced the greatest sense of depression are like the greatest motivators. Like, it's something about like you actually experiencing something that really enriches the person who has survived. So you gotta look at it like that. Like, yeah, nothing beats life experience. Exactly. So I just be looking at stuff like that. Like, for instance, like, have you ever, like, you can notice when somebody is like saying something that they just think is cool versus you talk to somebody and they're talking to you about something that they know through and through. It's a different vibe that you get from those two experiences. There's more of an emptiness from the person that's talking from what they feel like is just impressive or performative versus the other person that you can tell they've actually like been through it. They give you more details. Like, you actually sometimes can just feel them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to put it into words. Like, so it's beauty in wherever in life that you feel like it's a struggle. It's literally beauty in it. Promise you. Like, especially if people are creative, like, I feel like you can draw a sense of inspiration from those areas in life, you know? But I don't know. I feel like God's good, and the minute that you really start asking for evidence of how good he is, I like to pray for that. Like, I like to pray, like, God, show me that you're good. Like, show me how good you are today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Show me how good it could be today. How good can it get today? Show me. Like, God, allow me to experience joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, God, for the happiness or happy moments, but allow me to experience joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be grateful. You got to count your blessings. You got to cut off the wrong people. The wrong people will make your life feel like shit. I promise you. The wrong people make you feel like you have a terrible life. They make you feel bad. Like, so boundaries. I love boundaries. Like, you gotta find out where you're leaking your energy to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Am I talking too much, you guys? Hi, welcome to the live. Am I talking too much? I feel like my eye contact. I have clear eye contacts, right? For like vision. Can y'all see it moving? So like, somebody said, no, I'm good. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm like drinking more of this. Why? It's on some A back up. My bad. Happy New Year's, everybody. Look, West Coast, Happy New Year's. I'm speaking some truth. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Feliz Año Nuevo, Linda. Feliz Año Nuevo, Linda. Thank you. Gracias. Can we play the emoji game? We haven't played the emoji game in a while. JCona, can we play it in a, like, later? Can we play it later? Or do you want to start off? JCona, do you want to start off the emoji game? Congratulations. Young as you are, you have learned a lesson like that. Yeah, it kind of like, it's like a bittersweet thing to be able to like have wisdom at a young age. Whenever young people like have so much wisdom, it's like, or independence and stuff, I kind of feel sorry for them a little bit. Like, I respect them, of course. I'm proud of them, I respect them, but a part of me is kind of like, feel sorry a little bit. Yeah, I'm here to try to make people smile. I've been through my situations, but I like to make others smile. Yeah, me too, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. Yes, Brazil. Welcome. Welcome to the live. So yeah. Subscribe. I said subscribe. So yeah. James, where are you? So yeah. I'm getting a little bit sleepy, so I don't know how long I'll be on live. Last time I was on live till like 6 in the morning. James, you're one to hear, buddy. I wonder if he's still here. Like, he gets super quiet lately. I be thinking that he like steps away from the live. To show my niggas I love them, I'll walk 100 miles. True, but I was about to say, like, sometimes some stuff that we do is not, it's not a bad thing, like, it's very noble, but sometimes we gotta make sure that we're not martyring ourselves for the sake of other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we don't have to completely put ourselves on fire to keep other people warm. So, like, that's the balance in it, you know? Like, I feel like I used to be the same way. To some extent, I still am kind of like that. So now I just try to enforce more boundaries to help myself. Like, sometimes I used to like doing stuff for people because it's genuine in my nature to do stuff for people. But givers always attract takers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're enabling people by a part of you that's actually very good. You know, we can't always look at ourselves as the answer for other people, even if we are, because to some extent we get in the way of what they actually need. And I don't know how to put everything that I'm trying to say into words, but like, it is sometimes the good part of your good nature could actually be genuinely people pleasing, you know? Like, and it kind of sucks to think of it like that, but it actually kind of is. So to make sure that you have to make sure that you're more content, you don't have to stop doing those things. You just have to prioritize yourself as well. Like, you know, like, you have to, like, you gotta cut off bad people. Like, you gotta protect your energy. Like, I used to have so many ways in which I had energy leaks. Like, if you're a person that's like, you have empathy and sympathy for people, even more so you have to have boundaries, because like, you could easily put yourself in a situation where you're trying to help somebody and they're the wrong person. Happy New Year's to you and all your subscribers. Thank you. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to everybody. I'm feeling very good tonight, to be honest. Never put more into someone when it isn't reciprocated. 100%. So sad they stopped your last stream. I had a feeling they was going to stop my stream. That's why I wasn't trying, like, I wasn't trying to do too much, because I had a feeling they was going to stop my stream. And then once I started to get to doing the too much, they stopped my stream. So yeah. Like, for instance, I have placements that make me be a certain way. Like, I'm naturally, outside of placements and stuff, like in astrology, I just so happen to just like astrology. But outside of astrology, like, I just have ways about me that if I don't have proper boundaries, other people are going to take advantage, whether they're intentionally doing it or not. So, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta have boundaries. You gotta put yourself first too, you know? Never forget or lose the thought of, you gotta put yourself first. It's selfish, but you have to be selfish till you're stable, and then you can be helpful. Exactly. And you know what? Like, if you're a person that does go out your way for other people, you have to also be you have to be strategic in how these people act, because those people like to do guilt trip. A lot of times guilt tripping is a personal problem. When you really hear them talk about what the hell they're saying to you and them guilt tripping you, it typically is a personal problem that they're trying to put on you as your problem that you need to solve, that benefits them only. Like you have to know how those people act too. And if a person gets so enraged and they just absolutely burn the bridge with you off of you not doing certain things for them, like that's obviously not a good person. So there are ways that you can delicately that you can, in a delicate way or in a strategic way, in a way that helps you not have so much backlash from those people. Because let's be honest, like a lot of people who are users or narcissistic or benefit off of you more than you, first it's like karma as an example. Like there was not going to ever be a super clean cut away from karma if I didn't know that about her. So it's like you have to use your wits about yourself to find ways in which you can successfully detach your energy. You have to, like, if your energy is completely intertwined in other people that are negative, that you know for a fact are negative, you have to slowly find ways to remove your entanglements with them. That way, the more distance you start to create, it's going to be a clean break for yourself. And if those people try to retaliate, you just have to have that in mind of what that could look like and what they can do. And then if you are spiritually a powerful person and you know all this, then you also have even more so of an upper hand because you know how to approach that situation spiritually. So you can use the physical detangling, intertangling, distance, as well as the spiritual aspect of using your authority to create blockages to bind them from trying to attack you and be vengeful. Like there's like a lot of, like, we're not completely helpless out here, you know what I'm saying? But you just got to be wise as a snake, you know what I'm saying? If someone shows you who they are, believe them 100%. Don't go to sleep, get no yoga. He said, don't go to sleep, no yoga. Yes, just chill. Okay, we're going to chill. I tried to selfish to reach 100K before I help my people. I'm not going to lie. Helping certain people is not a bad thing at all. Like, but you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like people take intentions and prayer for granted. Like, there's a lot of power in prayer and intentions. So if you were to ask the universe, God, to allow your inclination to be to only help those who are genuine for you versus those who are not, then you'll start to notice yourself even having kind of like a negative feeling or a pushback from people who you shouldn't be helping. That also can help sharpen your discernment. Like sometimes, a lot of times, people are able to take from us because it's kind of like, so like if you're a young person and you have parents that are a certain way, like, I'm not going to say your parents are bad people, but let's say you're a young person and you have parents that are controlling, narcissistic, users, they love to guilt trip type of vibe. You're kind of already preconditioned by them for a certain type of response. And then when you get onto this world, there's other people that you might run into that could be similar or worse. So you have to kind of just be more strong in your boundaries. That's the realest shit you ever said. Thanks. Julrae, your hair is so pretty. Thanks. But your family will use you till you fuck yourself over and they take advantage. I feel you. Once you learn manipulation, you understand the word of spirituality and mentality. I agree. Like, I feel like the best thing anybody can do, if you're a person of empathy, sympathy, if you have spiritual giftings, if you're highly sensitive, and if you have if you are a high value person, like you have some things that will offer and benefit people, the best thing that you could do in this life is to understand narcissists, borderline, sociopaths, histrionic. If you're a person who garners a lot of attention, you should especially understand histrionic personality disorders, because those people love attention too. Understand, you don't have to, if you want to, you can study specifically those areas, but overall, study manipulation. Study how to properly, successfully assert boundaries. I mean, Chat GPT is a source that you could also use to help you for your free, you know what I'm saying, your free professional help, if you want to look at it like that. But there are very healthy ways to assert boundaries that will allow the other person who's trying to emotionally manipulate you or to retaliate against you in a childish way be unsuccessful in their attempts. You have 3 decades in Minnesota. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to you for that. But that's what I like. For there's been a lot of years where I was like studying those types of people. Like, if you're a person that just draws a lot of attention, like it will behoove you. Like, it could only benefit you to study those people and those behaviors. And I promise you, the more you start to study those things, you'll see it in the people around you. And not only will you see it in the people around you, it's like you will notice your quote unquote weak areas. And even if it's not weak, it's just your kindness, your heart, then you'll know how to safeguard those areas, like your heart, your kind, generous nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys, givers, every person who's a giver has always, one point in their life, attracted a complete taker. Somebody who had no good intentions. Everybody has. Boundaries and standards will stop a lot of the BS. Also, to heal certain areas of your life that has been victimized and that has been perpetuated over time. Because, like, for instance, a lot of the unhealedness comes from the home first. And I'm talking from experience actually as well. So, like, if you are around people who don't respect your boundaries, or they try to control you, which is another form of not respecting your boundaries, then it's like easy for you to go out into the world and attract whatever you had experienced in the home in the world too. So, like, if you had a mother who was like very manipulative, and she would use the fact that you were emotional, and she seemingly appealed to your emotions, but it was all strategy and manipulation for her, you might attract that person in a different energy in the world. Or if you haven't broken and been strong enough to break free from, let's say, a toxic mother's influence in that way, you can potentially still be victimized by that influence. Let's say that you have a parent that's like a father. Let's say that he's pretty much absent, pretty much he's self-concerned with himself more than you. Or at least that's how you feel. Like, you don't ever feel that warmth. So you always think of him as being more self-concerned with himself. But let's say he tries to guilt trip you, like, oh, you never call me, oh, you never come see me. And it's more so of a guilt trip. Then you need to learn how to deal with guilt tripping. And then if you learn all these tactics, as just 2 examples that I use, there's probably plenty more different variations. You can swap the roles, whatever. But, like, once you learn how those people act, you can find ways to healthily assert boundaries, to healthily be able to protect yourself and defend yourself. And then once you start incorporating those tactics into your life, 2 things will happen. They will start to not have a comeback, so they kind of have to back off, and basically they see themselves, or they just get mad and then distance is naturally created. Like, those are the 2 things. I mean, a third thing is like the wild card ones that want to attack you or get mad at you for those things. But anybody, I promise you, anybody who starts to regain their sense of self, or to walk in their power. Yes, what's your question? They always have to, like, sometimes you have to clear house, and you have to be okay, you have to be strong. Like, set your intentions that you're strong enough for that, that you are ready for that, that you have the tools for that, that you have the right moves for that, that you will always be guided, that your steps would be ordered for that. Like, you have to be very, very intentional with the ways in which you want things to pan out for yourself. Pray that you will continuously have the upper hand in situations. Pray that people who choose to manipulate you and use you and misuse you, pray that they'll no longer be able to have that on you. I learned manipulation and respect yourself. If you do that, people can't violate you or cross your boundaries. 100%. 100%. It's New Year's. Why you ain't sucking that bottle the other night? Now you want some real shit. I've always been on some real ish. If y'all only know me from those lives, welcome to my channel. It's a lot of things that happen here. The streets make it so hard for you to think clear. No, it's true. Like, it do. Like, and for anybody who's never been in the streets, just think about how easy it is to get lost in the sauce in like high school, even. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're not in the streets, like, think about that. Like, think about the manipulation. Like, think about the peer pressure, or think about just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about the aspects of high school. That's low-key kind of like a basis level for what it's like in the streets. Like, it's true though. It's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing for sure, you know for a fact that you're asserting boundaries and you are in your power when you start making people mad. And the people who are highly mad are the people who had ill intentions for you. Nobody who actually cares about you should be pissed off at the fact that you're doing things that is good for you. So that is going to weed it out. But if you feel like you're surrounded by like fake people or people who don't have your best interests, then you play the game back to them. At that point, look at it as a game of chess. You know what I'm saying? If you have to be around people who don't have your best interests, then make sure you come out as the best player in the shit. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't be disheartened by that shit if you feel like you wake up one day and you realize, damn, nobody in my family actually could be there for me, or they don't fuck with me, or they don't like me, or damn, none of these people who I be there for can actually be there for me. If you ever had that feeling, I promise you, don't let that shit break your heart. Like, it could hurt, but at the end of the day, play the game then. Like, that's what you should do. Like, okay, well, these niggas is trying to use me for X, Y, and Z. Like, that's when you start making sure niggas is being used. And you don't have to be super, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a villain unless you want to. You just make sure that you are getting some shit out of that exchange and it's not one-sided. The street's so bold, the person I thought I loved was dropping my location. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not white. I hate you say that adulthood is like high school. It clicks in groups, and even though we grown, 100%. You stood me up. We were supposed to go to dinner and a movie. Wow, how could you do it to me? I still love you though. Brian, I don't know what you're talking about. If anyone tries to make them feel like they burning a bridge and you know they can't swim, you gonna fuck yourself over trying to screw me over. You gonna need me before I need you. And that's true too. Like, everybody who has ever thought burning a bridge was going to make me suffer and I was the one that benefited them, they took that L, of course. Of course. The streets is dangerous, but at the end of the day, you gotta be crafty, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really, like, I don't know how to put it into words. You really have to make sure you're good. Your mom was right. What you talking about? I'm a street nigga, baby. Don't play the game. Be above it. I don't need to stoop to that level. Be above it. When everything going wrong, it's hard to do right. I know, like, but look, like, I mean, it's definitely a strong temptation. It's definitely a strong knee-jerk reaction. Sometimes you really have to, you know what I'm saying? But then that just makes me think of survival. Like, that brings me back to survival. And it's like, damn, like, some stuff is really just like, it has to be what it is at that moment. But if you have good intentions, a good heart, and you don't really want to continuously have to be caught up in that, like, there's always room for an answer for yourself. Like, even in the Bible, it says that God always makes a way of escape for us. So, like, there's always going to be an option that's going to benefit us. Every time you fuck someone overthinking, using them, they really fucking themselves over. You could have made tens of thousands with the connect you wanted to finesse some little shit. I agree. It's like people really be fucking up connections, like, because they get in their feelings. People get in their feelings and then they fuck up a few millions. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Double standards are okay for black people. Fake. Y'all, could you imagine a black woman wearing blonde hair color? Something that's not completely foreign to a black woman to have. Could you imagine how upsetting it is to somebody who's not of color? Wow. That's so sad. You're in your 30s now. You got no time for a lot of losers. You are who you hang around for real. That's true. But I just feel like there's a beauty in being connected to your spiritual side, because you could always pray for like amicable. I can't say the word right now. Amicable. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Peaceful. You could always pray for that. You could always pray for that. Like, sometimes the most miraculous, ideal situation for myself, that's what I pray for. How does that hurt you to pray for something like that? I don't see it as I don't see it as hurting you. Like, to pray for the most ideal situation for yourself, even if it seems like miraculous, how could that actually hurt you? What's the worst thing that can happen? It actually helps you. Like, you already going to be in it and maneuvering around it the best way that you're doing anyway. So how can that hurt you? I don't forgive or forget. I just let them go. They're going to need you before you even think about them. That's exactly how it goes. And I feel like the more that you're confident in that, the more that you have evidence that that's the case, the more confident that you can be in that shit. Like, there's not one person that has cut me off that I benefited them that is in a better place. Not one. and guess what happens to me in those empty spots that they have? The empty spot that they leave that was in my life, it gets replaced by something better. And partly why is because I believe it to be so. You got to keep the radar on at all times. The world is a dangerous place with a lot of temptations. True. Mental health and spirituality is really important to me, because how I am now, you could fuck me over and still gonna leave it a smile, because you're blocking your blessings in the long run. Leave it with a smile. My thing is this, like, you gotta have the right people in your corner. Like, don't let people rent space in your head at all. At all. Like, don't let people rent space in your head at all. Like, at all. I don't know what level everybody's on with this conversation, you know? So it's kind of like interesting for me to see some of you guys' input in the chat. Facts, I upgrade while they suffer. Keep your circle small. I tell you everything. I feel like if you're connected to spirituality, you could always just set your intentions, like your protection even. Like, you can do it with your thoughts even. You can do it with your belief even. Yeah, you can. You can do it with your prayers. And you could always pray for confirmation and evidence that what you are intending is actually made manifest, that it's working, that it's successful, that it's happening for you, that it's benefiting you, and see the results of it. You know, y'all know what I mean. The right people sounds good, but what it is, don't trust anyone fully. Anyone can snake you. I mean, it's true, but look, my thing is this, like, if you feel like you can't trust nobody, then you need to find ways that you can trust yourself. How can you make sure that you find ways that you trust yourself? I like to make sure that I have a connection with something above me that's more powerful than me, that's working with me, that's protecting me. I just know that to be the Most High God. But on top of that, on top of my connection with God, how else that I try to make sure I ensure my way to trust myself is I definitely incorporate the things that we discussed so far on this live stream. Like, I definitely make sure I have boundaries in place. I definitely make sure that I'm not doing shit just off of the sake of I'm letting myself be put in a position to where somebody can try to take advantage of me. If I can help that, I'm not going to go out my way to do that. And then if I'm ever kind of in a sticky situation like that, because I'm connected to God, I trust that me praying to God to make sure that deceptive people are exposed to me, and on top of them being exposed to me, that the Most High God will give me checkmate over them each and every time to make sure the devil won't win. Y'all know, like, prayer is so powerful. Like, the devil is defeated. Like, and when I say the devil, I'm not talking about evil fucking people that could be in your fucking life. I'm talking about the shit that runs them. That entity is defeated. That means that they're defeated by default. Like, y'all have to sometimes stop using y'all natural eyes to what's going on in this plane. There is a plane that's spiritual that's happening. If you feel like you're in a situation to where only God can help you, then that's who you run to. And how you do it, you don't even have to necessarily even run into a cathedral. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to run into the church necessarily. Like, you just call on God to be the one to show himself, to do that checkmate. Like, I don't know how to put it into words other than to say it like that. Like, I be getting out of situations. I've seen people who I don't even necessarily think I don't see their connection to God. I've seen them motherfuckers get out of situations, and it's just like, sometimes some situations aren't made for you to take an L. Like, you need to believe that. Okay? It doesn't mean you literally take your brain and what you learned in the natural completely out of the picture, but you just got to incorporate it in the back of your mind to what you're living out here in the 3D. You live your life in the 3D, and then you just are aware and conscious of the 5D aspect of things, the prayer aspect of things, your intentions, your prayer aspect of things. That's what you need to be aware of. Nobody who's trying to run up against you when you are on the good side, when you're on the side of the scales being balanced, can ever actually win. The only thing they can have is cheap victories. Like, you have to, like, really do both of these things. We all got some bullshit about us. The bad ones are the ones that believe that they don't need to make changes. We got to reflect on ourselves daily and see what we can change to make us better. I agree. Like, I'm just saying, trust is very easy to lose but very hard to gain. If you find a trustworthy person, appreciate them. I agree. I like that thought, but God wasn't with me while I was at my worst. Shoot. I know for a fact, even though I didn't feel like God wasn't with me at my worst, even though I probably was talking crap towards God because I thought he wasn't with me at my worst, the fact that I even had a calling out to him at some point, the fact that I even got mad at him for feeling like he wasn't there at my worst, was the reason why I know for a fact that he actually was there at my worst. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? The fact that I even was angry with him because I thought he wasn't there at my worst. You don't think that because you got out of that situation, it wasn't because God actually was there for you at your worst? Sometimes we're calling on God, but we don't have a strong enough connection. We don't have a clear, filtered connection to even hear him talking back towards us. Sometimes the reason why you felt like God didn't come to you right away is because that situation changed you, didn't it? You feeling like God didn't show up like that, didn't it change something in you? Maybe it changed your perspective. Hopefully it purged something negative out of you. A lot of times God isn't connecting with us because we have some sense of pride in the way. Sometimes it's just the sense of just not being able to recognize what he's saying to us. But the reason why I have this perspective now is because I'm looking back in hindsight, by the way. When you're in the thick of it, you feel like exactly what you said. So I feel you. I feel you. But don't let pride rise up in you for you to think that you did that thing by yourself. If you was in a situation that was so hard and another person would have broke and you didn't, don't ever get full of yourself to think that it was completely you that did it. Especially if you ever had even the slightest small moment of thinking, God, where are you in this? Don't you ever just get too big for your britches and think it was absolutely you that pulled you out of that. That's when you have the spirit of pride in you. Like, no, we're not going to do that here on my live stream. You know what I'm saying? I was diehard religious until 17, 18. My life went downhill. But going through that showed me to be accountable if you want better and better. You see what I'm saying? That's what you gain out of it. To be accountable. Like, you got to look at what you actually gained. You can't just say God wasn't completely there. God was quiet doing you. God was quiet and observing you go through some shit that was going to ultimately benefit you. He believed in you so much that he felt like, oh, let me not say nothing. Oh, he gonna get it. He gonna get it. And then you got it. But another part of the test is what I'm talking about right here. You got to thank God because he was there. Even when you don't see it, he's actually working. We got some toddlers in the chat that need their mother to feed them and stop neglecting them. You see it? You see it? You love my hair? Thanks, girl. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. Like, once you start realizing that the Most High God can do stuff that we can't do here because we're finite and we're small in comparison to how big and mass and large God is, that is beautiful. No, I'm borderline narcissist, walked with the devil for years in the streets with no hope. And when I went back to God, it helped my mental and knowing there's a higher power. That was kind of like, where is that coming from? Not where is it coming from. I'm trying to see what's the point of you saying that. I'm just saying, if you don't want to say that that was God that brought you out of there, hey, that's you and your prerogative. I wouldn't find myself doing that. Because I'm not silly to think so high of myself. You can. Everybody can think highly of themselves. Everybody can believe in the power of them. But I don't choose to do that. That's just me personally. I know for a fact that I'm connecting with something that is more big than me, that probably lives in me though, because I accepted it to be living in me. But I'm not ever going to try to take complete credit for something that I know for a fact is assisting me. I be getting out of jams. Things be happening to me that's just completely miraculous. I can never for once say that I did some of this stuff. I can thank it. I know I was assisting. I know I'm part of it. But I'm not ever going to just forget God. The situation made me think God wasn't there when I needed it, but believe and gave me strength to get out of it. You ever heard that song, even when I don't see it, he's working? He never stops. He never stops working. Waymaker. Like I said, don't lose sight of what's actually happening. Sometimes the teacher is quiet during the test, right? Why would a teacher be super quiet when the student feels like they need help? Because the teacher knows something, believes in the student more than the student believes in themselves. In the times where the teacher is quiet and the student is nervous and anxious and paranoid and like, I don't know if I'm going to get through, the teacher believes in the student more. The teacher is actually building something up in that student by being silent.